Hi everybody, Jake here. Hope everyone's doing well today. We got a different format. I recently made some purchases, so now I have a laptop. You guys can see kind of what I'm looking at now. This should be quite a bit better viewing experience for you guys, and this is certainly a game changer for me in videos going forward. It makes it much easier to do editing, recording, and things. You guys can just see what I'm looking at now rather than our usual format with I normally have my phone up and or my phone up there and I'm looking off my notepad and things that I've jotted down. So now you guys can see what I'm looking at going forward. So this is certainly a game changer for me. I hope you guys enjoy. Today, what I wanted to talk about is some mock draft stuff for the Browns. Senior Bowl just finished up. Shrine Bowl just finished up. So I can give you guys some thoughts on that, and then I recently I did a video on my big board before the Shrine Bowl and the Senior Bowl and everything about guys that I liked for the Browns, uh, guys that I thought would be in those rounds for them. And today I just want to give you guys a couple mock drafts. We'll probably do 2 or 3 mock drafts in this, and just show you guys what I'm thinking. A couple different scenarios for the Browns in this. So without further ado, let's jump into this. I turned on slow, 7 rounds. Put on slow, you guys can see what I'm thinking a little better too. So Tennessee, I feel like would take Cam Ward in this spot. So they take Shedeur. Okay, same difference here. Now, I said in my big board video, I think the Browns should probably try to trade back if they could. I like the Browns to get additional assets in the second and third round because I like some skill position or some just different positions for the Browns defensively. Okay, this is exactly what I'm talking about here. New England gives me 4 and an additional pick in the second round, get 38 and then 6. So this is also one that would make sense for the Browns. I just don't know how realistic this is. I don't know that Vegas would give up this much for this pick unless they were absolutely sold on Cam Ward. I feel like they would want Shedeur more than they would want Cam Ward. So in this case, just for realism purposes, obviously if this was on the table, the Browns should accept this all day long. But let's do New England's just for realism's sake. Oh, New England goes, they take Will Campbell, Cam Ward goes, and then now we're up. So Travis Hunter's on the board, Abdul Carter's on the board. I'm not really going to think too much about this. This draft is going exactly how I would want it to if I was in the Browns front office. So let's take Abdul Carter in this spot, not think too much about this. Now we get picks 33 and 38, which I think would be huge for the Browns if they could get 2 second-round picks. Would be great for them because I really like the second and third round in this draft, probably more than any round. Obviously, you love the first round, but you only got 1 pick in there. So, wow, Genty went late in this case. Josh Simmons, okay, he goes. So second round, some guys that I like in the second round. Yeah, I don't want to pick up a 4th or a 6th, so let's pass on this from the Jets. So in this case, Connerly's there, Membu's there, Benjamin Morrison's there. I'm not really interested in a corner in this spot for the Browns. Guys that I like in this spot, Tyleik Williams, Kenneth Grant, I really liked in this spot. Sava Inaya, I love him in this draft. Milam would even be good. And let's see. Okay, so that is probably it for the guys that I would take in this spot. So in this spot, it's even suggesting it. I'd probably take Tyleik Williams here for this interior defensive line. I'd probably take Tyleik Williams here. I'm not going to think too much about this. Connerly there is tempting. But let's take Tyleik Williams. I'm going to stick to my guns here. Let's take Tyleik here. We'll continue on. Morrison goes. Okay. That's 63rd round. Okay. I'm not trading with Baltimore in this case. This would kind of make sense for the Browns here. Trade back 6 picks to get an additional 3rd. You pick up 2 5s. Yeah, let's do that. I like that idea, actually. You take an offensive lineman. Membu goes. Now, if Connerly drops, we miss out on Connerly in this spot. Okay, so let's pass on this, I want to make my pick here, so Milrow is there. Campbell's there. But Savainai is there. I have to get my offensive lineman here. Savainai plays left tackle. He's a good run stuff guy. In this case, I got to take Savainai here. I got to address this offensive line if I'm the Browns. I feel really good about that. Missed out on Connerly, but you feel okay. You get your offensive lineman that you wanted. I like that if you're the Browns. Oh, coming up here. So, let's see. Xavier Watts is there. He's probably going to go. Now, if Harold Fannin makes it to me, yeah, give me Harold Fannin. I'm not even going to think twice about this. I want Harold Fannin. I would have taken Harold Fannin in the second round if I could have. He drops all the way to the third in this. Granted, it looks like he's come down. He's dropped down big boards a little bit. But Harold Fannin, not even think twice about that. I love Harold Fannin in this spot. 2 tight end sets with David Njoku would be so nice. Really love that pick. I'm not really interested in picking up any of these guys. Yeah, no, I'll pass on those picks. Pass on that. Jackson Dart's here if you want a quarterback in this spot. In this spot, I would definitely think running back. Gray Zabel's there. Actually, I'm going to take Gray Zabel. If you guys watch my big board, Gray Zabel is my favorite player in this draft. He's played all over the offensive line at North Dakota State. I love Gray Zabel. You can kind of plug him wherever it works. I love Gray Zabel. Let's take him in this spot. I don't know if Mock Draft Database liked it too much, but I love it. I could have probably waited on that, realistically, then taken him in the third round, but I'll take him in this spot. I feel okay about it. Your running back class is deep enough that I feel like I can get a good running back later on. Will Howard is here. Do I want to take him here? Do I want to take Scadaboo? What running backs are on the board here? Scadaboo's here. Ollie Gordon is here. I'd like to get Ollie Gordon. What are we at? Scadaboo, Ollie Gordon, Will Howard is here. I could get Dylan Gabriel a little bit later. And I got to get rid of some of these sixths. So, do I want to take Will Howard in the third round? I think I'm going to take Ollie Gordon here. I think I like Ollie Gordon a little more than I like Scadaboo in this spot. So let's take Ollie Gordon. We're going to get to 103 here. I will say, so Will Howard went. Okay, Jake Majors just goes. I don't really want any more picks. If you're the Browns, you probably accept that, but I want to get a couple of these mock drafts in for you guys, and I don't want to just be sitting here trying to trade with people. Okay, and Scadaboo's here. Ooh, I might have to take Scadaboo. He makes it all the way to me, and Makuba's here, though. You know what I'm going to do here? Let's take Scadaboo. I feel good about that pick. And let's see. I would like to see about trading back to get Makuba. Safety from Texas. I really like him. Kevin Winston is another guy that I also like, but it looks like he's already off the board here. So let's see with Vegas here at 107 what it would take. If I give you 150, 172, we're still pretty far off. And what if I give you like 2 6s? That does get it done. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this if you're the Browns here. Browns get back into here. I'm taking Makuba in this spot. No, tell me he didn't go. Okay. Whew. Take Makuba here. Address your safety. Pair him with Grant Delpit. You feel really, really good about that if you're the Browns here. And then 165, 181, 216, 217, 1957. I'd probably like to package some of these if I could, because I just don't want to draft this many guys. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 8 guys already. I probably don't want to draft more than 10 if I'm the Browns. And Torrey Horton is right there. Who's at 127 right now? Houston's at 127. We've traded with them in the past. Might have a little relationship there. Let's see with Houston. If I give you my 5, how far off is this? Oh, yes. absolutely beautiful. Go here. I take Torrey Horton. If you guys watch my big board, you know I love me some Torrey Horton. I'm cool with this. I love this draft if you're the Browns here. If you get dress edge, interior defensive line, you get your left tackle. Harold Fannin here, you can pair with David Njoku. Gray Zabel, you can move him kind of all over the line. If you needed to, Ollie Gordon, you address running back concerns. Scadaboo to pair with Ollie Gordon and a Nick Chubb backfield. Makuba to play safety, pair him with Grant Delpit, and then Torrey Horton to see what you have. He was a great player at Colorado State. I mean, he's really good. He has a great frame, a great body. I'd feel really good about this if you're the Browns. You can pair Torrey Horton with Jerry Jeudy. Cedric Tillman going forward, and then you guys know I've talked about T. Higgins in the past if the Browns want to go after T. Higgins. I love this draft if you're the Browns. So, really later on in this, when's my next pick? 216, 17, 19, and 57. I think I'm just going to take best available. Who's here? Nick Nash is here. He was like the Triple Crown guy. Nice, nice, nice. And even if I can trade some of these picks, I would do that too. Terrence Ferguson. Wow. I mean, I did trade a lot to move down in this case. Back-to-back picks, 16, 17, and 19. So Seth McLaughlin's there. I like Seth McLaughlin. In this case, though, we don't get a quarterback. Jordan James is there. Wow, he fell down this board. Cody Simon. I did talk in my free agency video about addressing linebacker. You're going to get him a little bit later on. In this case, so I think I'll take McLaughlin here. Go Bucks. He had the injury, but he was a great center for Ohio State when he was there. So we'll take McLaughlin here. And then, what do I even feel good about in this spot? CJ West. Taj Brooks is there. We can take... I've heard good things about CJ West. Let's do CJ West. Let's take him in this spot. 19 then. We get back around. I'll take Cody Simon. Go Bucks, baby. Here, he played great for Ohio State. Try it. And then 257. We'll see who's there. But overall, this draft... It's a lot of players. I'm not going to lie. This is a ton of players. I really didn't want to draft this many guys, but I feel really, really good about this if you're the Browns, just how underwhelming their season was. You want to overhaul some of that. So you bring in the youth movement here, and I feel really, really good about this draft in this case. So 57, we'll see who's there. Jabbar Muhammad. Feels like a good pick in this spot. Cornerback from Oregon. Let's do that. And this is our draft. Abdul Carter, Tyleik Williams, Savai Naya, Harold Fannin, Gray Zabel. I mean, these are all guys that I loved in my big board video. Ollie Gordon and Scadaboo back-to-back. You feel great about that. And then you get Makuba late. Torrey Horton was one of my guys I talked about. Seth McLaughlin. You just love this if you're the Browns. If I'm in the front office, I'm jumping up and down. This was a great draft. So let's go ahead and jump into another one. We will put this on normal in this case. We'll speed this up just a little bit. Bear with me with the ads. Man, does this thing run a lot of ads. So let's do... What do we want in this case? Let's not trade back in this spot. Let's say the Browns don't trade back here. We keep all of our picks. I still feel good about Abdul Carter. I'd still probably take Abdul Carter, but let's just switch it up. Let's take Mason Graham in this spot, defensive lineman. I talked about him in my big board video. I love Mason Graham in this draft. Travis Hunter I also like a lot, but let's take Mason Graham in this case just to switch it up from the usual. Say Abdul Carter goes 1 or something. I keep looking up there as if my camera's up there, but we'll take it as if Abdul Carter went 1. You can't get to him here. You take Mason Graham in this spot. 33 comes around. In this case, let's just keep all of our picks. Let's not do too many trades in this one, even though I probably would do quite a few of these. Like this makes a lot of sense. This makes a lot of sense. But let's keep all of our picks in this case. Connerly's there. You feel good about that. Ursary's here. This was another guy along with Savainaya that I loved. So let's take Ursary in this spot. Membu is there. I think I like Ursary a little more for the Browns in this case. So let's take Ursary. Where did he go? Right here. Let's take Ursary in this spot. Wow, that is going really, really fast. That's going really fast. I think I'm going to put it on slow for the last one because we'll do another mock after this. Let's do... First one is probably my most ideal scenario for the Browns. This one we'll just do as if we keep all of our picks. The Browns don't trade any picks. And then the last one we'll do is say they take a quarterback. But in this spot here, I'm definitely considering running back, I think, in this spot. Scadaboo's there. Winston's there. I think you can get them a little bit later on. Judkins is there, who I really like out of Ohio State. Dude, watch some of his pass blocking. This dude is an animal. He can catch passes out of the backfield. Let's take Judkins in this spot. Get around to 94. 94 is where I'd consider taking maybe a quarterback if I wanted to, but Winston's there. No. See, I'm just not big on the quarterback in this case, though. Will Howard is there. I like Will Howard. I like him better in the 4th round. If I can get Will Howard at like 103, I'd consider that. But in this case, if Kevin Winston is here, I'd really like Kevin Winston. He got injured at Penn State, but he was really, really good for Penn State while he was there. Let's take Kevin Winston in this spot. Guys, I'm sorry about the ads. These are terrible. 4-1. And this is why I say that the Browns need to trade and get more assets, because I love this draft so much. In the later picks. So Will Howard's off the board, but Gunnar Helm is still there. So is Makuba. We already took Winston. So let's take Gunnar Helm. He's a safer pick. Feel good about taking Gunnar Helm in the spot. If you can't get to Harold Fannin, I feel great about Gunnar Helm. And I need to take another tight end because Kevin Stefanski's going to get back to this heavy zone run attack. So I want to get 2 tight ends in here. Gunnar Helm's a great pick here. Take Gunnar Helm. We got 165, 181, 194. In this case, we still take 12 guys. So, okay. $165, 181, 194. In this case, let's see who's there for the Browns in this spot. Malachi Moore. We already took a safety, so we don't really need a safety in this spot. We took our defensive lineman. We got an offensive lineman. Quinshon's there. Kevin Winston, tight end. Let's see. Nick Nash is there. In this case, I guess I don't love really any of the prospects in this spot. Who's in there at quarterback? Did Gabriel already go? Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. We're in the 5th round. What am I even talking about? Chase Lund. I don't love this for the Browns at all. I guess in this spot, Jake Majors doesn't feel like a terrible pick. You get another offensive lineman. He was the center for Texas, and he was pretty good. You got Pocic, or Posick, however people pronounce it. I say Pocic. I've always said Pocic. Let's take Jake Majors in this spot. That might be a goofy pick, but I don't really love any of the prospects we have here for the Browns in that spot. Yeah, we're not trading with Pittsburgh. I know that. If Nick Nash falls this far, I might just take a shot on him. I mean, he was good at San Jose State. I might take a shot on him. In this case, I might even take like Riley Leonard also. He was pretty wonky at Notre Dame. Run first guy, Seth McLaughlin's there. Well, I already took Jake Majors. That was kind of a mistake, wasn't it? In this case, It's what? We're in the 6th round. Why don't we just take Riley Leonard here and stop thinking about it? You can bring in a quarterback next year to play behind whatever veteran you bring in. Feel okay about that. And then, let's see. Mitchell Evans, CJ West is there again. I might even consider Jordan James in this spot just because he's fallen so far. You compare him with Quinshon Judkins. I do like Jordan James. He got injured whenever Ohio State played him, but he was really good at Oregon. Can try it. Have that two running back backfield. And then you could potentially take Tyler Cooper here in this spot, pair him with Ursary teammates at Minnesota, which I think in this case I would consider that. Jackson Slater's here too. Let's take Tyler Cooper here. Actually, let's not take that. Let's take CJ West here. Because didn't Tyler Cooper, wasn't he a center? Yeah, so let's hold off on that. Take CJ West here. And then these later picks, like these are guys that I wouldn't even consider drafting in this case. I would have traded these picks probably early on. We could take Mitchell Evans here. I liked him at Notre Dame. You already take Gunnar Helm in this place. But I guess I don't feel bad about that. Cody Lindenberg's here. Actually, Cody Lindenberg is here. Cody Simon's also here. Let's take Cody Simon again in this spot. I like that idea. And then at 217, let's take Jackson Slater in this place. And then at 257 feels like a lot of these late picks. It's just like, whatever. This is if the Browns made no trades at all. If I'm the Browns, I feel pretty good about this one too. However, I would like to get additional assets in the second, third round. I beat the drum with that. Let's take Jimmy Horn Jr. Colorado receivers went crazy at the Senior Bowl too. I don't know if you guys have watched any of that. Jimmy Horn Jr. being your last pick, you feel good about. This is if the Browns make absolutely no trades at all. They just stay pat where they're at. Mason Graham, Ursary, Judkins, Kevin Winston, Gunnar Helm, Jake Majors. You get Riley Leonard later on. Jordan James, you feel good about. CJ West, defensive lineman. Cody Simon, you feel good about. Jackson Slater, you feel good about. And Jimmy Horn being your last pick. I feel pretty good about all that. So let's jump into one more mock for the Browns. In this case, let's take a quarterback. I'm not saying that I would take a quarterback in this spot if I'm the Browns, but let's take a quarterback in this case. I'd probably prefer Cam Ward of the two. I probably prefer Cam, but if they take Shedeur... Oh, perfect. Okay, perfect. So this is how I would probably want to do this if I was the Browns. You get Cam Ward. I like Cam Ward more than I like Shedeur. You feel okay about that. So in the second round, though, I'm going to see if I can make a deal to get additional assets at some point. Feel good about that, I guess. I mean, I don't want to take a quarterback in this draft. I don't think the Browns should take a quarterback, but I know there is going to be people that do want the Browns to take a quarterback. So in this case, let's try... a mock with them taking Cam Ward here. Coming up on the pick, Loveland is still there. I think that's the latest I've ever seen him go in one of these mocks. So, no, I'm not trading all the way back for a fifth. 50 for a third. What's this other offer? 45 and you get 80. Yeah, that just makes more sense for the Browns. Then you get assets next year too. Let's do it. Let's do that in this one. I don't know how realistic that is if the Colts would actually do that, but it makes a lot of sense for the Browns in this spot. So we're coming up on the pick. Did Membu? Yeah, Membu just went. Milrose there. Ursary's there. I am really happy with that. Yeah, we're not trading with Baltimore. Derek Harmon's there. Did I say Melrose? Melrose made it all the way this far. Ursery's there again. Savainaya is there. I want to switch it up and just do something different for you guys. But those are my two offensive linemen that I would go after. Let's take Ursery again in this place. Left tackle, the future. That's the guy you can throw there. Get Cam Ward some protection and revamp this sucker. 67. If I could get more top 100 picks, I would like that. Man, Harold Fan is just looking at me right now. See, look how early Torrey Horton went in this mock. So I'm not trading all the way back for... Oh, no. So we're not doing any of that. Carolina offered me 2. So we won't take Harold Fan in this, just because I would probably take Harold Fan if I'm the Browns, and I'd run with it all day long. But we'll switch it up in this case. Caleb Johnson's there. You really like Caleb Johnson. You like Quinshon Judkins. So I would probably consider Xavier Watts here, but let's take Caleb Johnson here. You get your running back of the future. He will be your bell cow going forward. Feel good about that. I'm just saying, if Harold Fan falls to 80, I'm taking him. Are you kidding me? I have to trade up for Harold Fannin. I have to trade with New England to get Harold Fannin. I'm sorry. Here, and what if I throw you some... That won't get it done. What if I give you 80, and then I give you a 5th? I give you my early 6th. Not really going for it. All right, we will not trade up for them. Do I lose it? Because they wanted him. All right. That's fair. I get it. No, not really interested in that. So, Judkins is still there. You feel good about taking Judkins in this spot. Jordan Birch was pretty good for Oregon this year. Scadaboo's there. Kevin Winston is there. Guys, all guys that I really like. Cornelius is there. I guess in this spot, I'm taking Judkins again, and I'm going to pair him with Caleb Johnson in this backfield. I'm not really impressed with any of the corners in this class other than Travis Hunter. It's going to be... Yeah, in this spot, it's going to be Quinshon Judkins again. I hope I'm not boring you guys with my picks. There's guys that I love in this draft. These are kind of the prospects that I'm set on in this case. If Kevin Winston is there, I think it's pretty easy. If you're the Browns, you take Kevin Winston here. See, I just don't want a 6th. I almost wish I could edit these offers because I don't even want the 6th. I'll pass on these. And then let's take Kevin Winston and not think too much about it. So what I'd like to do, though, is I need to get rid of some of these late-round picks so I don't bore you guys again. Because even like that second mock, I'm sitting here and I'm just... It's probably getting a little boring watching me just talk about late-round prospects. Ty Hamilton's here. Chris Paul Jr. is another linebacker I really like in this draft. He's so fast. Sideline to sideline speed. I really like Chris Paul Jr. here. You already got 2 running backs. I would consider Scadaboo had you not. Lander Barton is also here. But I just feel like I like Chris Paul Jr. as a prospect a little more than those guys. Let's take Chris Paul Jr. in this spot. And let's see if I can't move up a little bit. Who's here? New York is here. Let's wait just a little bit and see who we really want in this spot. Who's there at wide receiver? Will Shepard is another guy that I also like in this, but he's so late. Like, I don't need to use a pick on him. Let's just stay pat, I guess, because I don't know that I love any of these prospects. I don't know if it warrants moving up at this point for any of these guys. I guess let's wait here. We'll wait for our pick to come around, but you feel pretty good. You got your quarterback, you got your offensive lineman. 2 running backs to pair in that backfield with Nick Chubb. You get Kevin Winston, and then you get your linebacker of the future with Chris Paul Jr. You can pair him with JOK. I'm just of the belief that the Browns have to draft draft a linebacker or sign a linebacker, because you just don't know what you have next year. And in this spot, even Jay Higgins is right there. If he falls, hold on. I gotta get. Why don't I see if I can move up with Tampa in this spot? And then I'll just give you some of my, yeah, I'll give you a 7th. Yeah, we'll do that. I can move up. I can get Jay Higgins. Revamp some of this linebacker room. Yeah, you feel good about that if you're the Browns. You get 2 young linebackers in there. If JOK comes back, that's a good problem, I guess, to have. You have 3 good linebackers. You can find ways to make it work, especially in a 4-3. Yeah, let's ride. Nick Nash is there. I don't know how much he's going to translate over to the next level, just to be honest with you guys. Wester's there. This is at 181. I mean, Nick Nash is there, man. Do you take a shot on him? I don't know. Mitchell Evans is also there. I wouldn't feel bad about taking Mitchell Evans in this spot. Maybe this is a reach, but I'm going to take Mitchell Evans here. Tight end from Notre Dame. I said earlier in this video I liked Mitchell Evans out of Notre Dame. Bring him in, pair him in this offense with Cam Ward. CJ West is a late round guy that I kind of like in this spot. RJ Harvey's there. Why don't we take CJ West in this spot? 194. And how many do we got? 202, 216, and 217. I would actually consider doing this just to get off some of this late round capital. Let's do this with the Raiders. Get rid of some of this late round stuff. Not that I don't like guys in the back end, but it's just you're just taking shots on guys. 216, 217 are here. And let's see what we got. Kyle McCord. Go Bucks, by the way. Let's take Tyler Cooper here. Ursery's teammate. Pair him there. And then... No, I'll pass on that. And just because it's this late on, I just like him out of Colorado. If he's... Did he already go? Nope, Will Shepherd. Okay, last pick in this draft, we can take Will Shepherd. Big body guy out of Colorado. Mock Draft Database doesn't love it too much, but big body guy out of Colorado. Could give that a try. Took Jimmy Horn, I think, in the other draft. So you feel good about that. If you're the Browns, I feel good about that. I don't love taking a quarterback in this spot, but this is just in the case of the Browns taking a quarterback. This is what it would look like. This is what my mock would probably look like. We'll wait for the screen to finish up here. Okay. Draft results in this one. Cam Ward goes to Ursery. You get Caleb Johnson. You revamp some of this run game. Pair him with Quinshon Judkins going forward. You just don't know what you have with Nick Chubb and these injuries. Kevin Winston here. I love this pick at safety. Chris Paul Jr. sideline to sideline speed. Man, if JOK could come back and you could pair these two together, they would be so fast at the second level. And then you get Jay Higgins here to pair. And there, Mitchell Evans, you feel good about. Tight end later. I like him out of Notre Dame. And then just some late round picks. CJ West, Tyler Cooper, Ursery's teammate, and then Will Shepherd you feel good about. So that is some of my mock draft stuff for the Browns. Go ahead and let me know what you guys thought of this video. Let me know what you think of this new layout. If you guys like this, if there's things I can improve on, definitely let me know. But also, feel free to let me know in the comment section your guys' favorite prospects in this draft. I'm really curious to hear them. If you guys haven't watched my big board video, you can go ahead and check that out too. But this was just my mock draft for the video on the Browns. Some of the mocks that, or some of the things that I would like the Browns to do if I was in that front office, the stuff I'd be thinking. So let me know what you guys think. Go Brownies, baby.